What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Today is episode 163. 63, my high school football number. Really special and important episode for me personally. Giannis just became the highest paid player on an annual basis in American sports history. NFL got a lot to discuss about Justin Herbert. We also might have a little bit of a live reaction breakdown to this Vikings 49ers Monday Night Football game, which is not off to a hot start. And Michigan is a bunch of dirty, filthy, disgusting, pathetic cheaters. Despicable, gross, absolutely disgusting that you guys would devalue the legitimacy, I guess, what makes college football so great. I mean, the fact we're even paying these players is disgusting on its own right. But now we got coaches illegally pulling a Houston Astros and cheating. Hey, Jim Harbaugh saw that 2-4 COVID season and he said, I've had enough. No more. No mas. He said never again after that 2-4 COVID season. So, Everett, do we want to dive right into the college football? Do you want to give a quick little Vikings thing? Or we talk about Giannis, $62 million a year.
Yeah, you know how much I care about that. When it comes to the Vikings, just so everybody's aware, all right, there are going to be moments where I'm probably silent today, and there are going to be moments where I'm loud. There are going to be moments where I'm sad, and moments where I'm angry. Probably a lot of moments where I'm angry. Yeah, just a warning for everybody. I'm currently watching the Vikings. I'm going to try and keep myself tame in comparison to how I would normally be in this situation. But,
now, Everett, what are your opinions? We have some breaking news. What if I told you that before the game, your Minnesota Vikings did the Super Gremlin Boombox walkout entrance like Cleveland did when they beat the Niners last week? Any
balls out.
Vikings ball. Clear Vikings ball. Clear as day Vikings ball. Yep, there we go. See? Ball don't lie, Everett. Jordan Addison, redeem yourself. I swear to God, Jordan. As a USC fan and a dynasty owner of you, please, Jordan, please. I don't even need it. I already won fantasy this week. It's for the future, though. We need to build off of this. McCaffrey fumble too?
Yeah. We should probably get started before
I'm not going to say fumble any more times knowing your team, but
yeah, we already got our first turnover out of the way. All right. Only 2 more to go.
I'm glad you said it and I didn't. Okay. Cause I was going to say it, but okay. All right. Giannis. No, I'm kidding. Okay. College football.
Well,
let me start off with this. I'm going to be the bigger man. I'm going to be the bigger man here.
No, you're not.
Ohio State did not beat Michigan in 2021 and 2022. Okay. So those don't count for me. Okay. However, I am now 17-2 lifetime against Michigan. We are back. Okay. After last season, I was just over 80%. I was like, oh, shit. This win percentage is not quite as good.
Do you count them as full wins or like half wins?
Well, I didn't give us a win there. I'm just
saying. So you're saying that those 2 years, 2020, 2021, no team, that Michigan didn't get those wins.
Well, they're about to get vacated by the NCAA. So that's why I'm saying this.
Okay.
It won't matter what you think. According to the record books, I will be 17-2. So
I'm just trying to remember when those 2 other losses would have been.
So in 2003, year after I was born.
Yep.
Loss.
Yep.
And the other loss, 2011, Luke Fickell, interim coach, Braxton Miller, freshman year. That was the only one.
Okay. But I got you.
Everett. Oh, it's been a while, but I don't know the exact number now, but I believe it's around 4,800 days since Michigan has beaten Ohio State now. I think it's about time to restart the Ohio State clock. I think it's about time. It's been a while. Back. It's been a while. When I first got on Twitter, I saw the Ohio State clock, and it was like every day they'd be a new tweet, and they just increase the blank days since Michigan has beat Ohio State, and that's back. Oh yeah. There's also been a Michigan clock over the past 2 years saying Ohio State has beaten Michigan however many days. That's going to end. Yeah, delete that account. Keep that one in the storage.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's get into the actual allegations themselves. Apparently, Connor Stalions, the main suspect in this Michigan sign stealing scandal, has purchased tickets to 30 college football games, Everett, with 11 Big Ten teams involved in those 30 games. This has been confirmed by those 11 Big Ten teams who checked all of their ticket sales to see if one Connor Stalions did, in fact, purchase tickets to those games. There were 2 tickets purchased for the Ohio State-Penn State game on opposite sides with views of the opposing sidelines.
So wait, so are you saying that with those opposite sides, right, would he be like just going back and forth between
well,
those 2 seats?
We don't know
would we
because
think it
those
would work?
2 seats perfectly, nobody sat in them for that game, but they were purchased months in advance. But I don't know, Everett, you tell me. I mean, I'm not the cheater here, but it seems to me that, hey, you know what? First half, let's get the Ohio State offense signed. Second half, we'll do Penn State. Why would you get tickets on both sidelines across from each other?
Yeah, right in the middle too.
Interesting. Now, also,
I just want to say,
we haven't got to the juicy part yet, but
okay, you go.
No.
I was just going to say,
given information I want to hear.
Well, it's a little added extra information, but I know you realize this because obviously it relates to your guys' rivalry, but it took me a little bit to actually realize that the starting date of when all of this happened, when the ticket purchase go back to, is the first year that Michigan beat Ohio State in 2020. So
yeah, the year that they went to the playoff, got demolished by Georgia, which, hey, sign stealing or not, you weren't beating Georgia that year.
No.
But
so can we ask what the fuck happened to them versus TCU last year then?
I know. I actually do know what happened. So,
okay. I want to hear this.
Going back to last year, I'm not sure if you remember this, but USC was that 4 seed. USC was expected to make it into that playoff. TCU, it was still up in the air. Like, we didn't know if TCU was going to get that nod. If I remember correctly, Texas was kind of out of it.
They
they didn't even play them. It was TCU, Kansas State.
They had to hedge their bets and choose which team they
well,
thought
I'm
was
saying they
make it.
sent the main scouts to USC, Utah, not TCU, Kansas State. They didn't scout TCU. They didn't expect to play TCU in the playoffs. They were expecting to play USC.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if USC won that game, they would have been the 3 seed. And TCU would have been the 4. TCU would have got Georgia round 1. It would have been Michigan, USC first round. That's what it would have been. So they put all their chips into Utah, USC. And good for Connor Stalions. Hell of a football game. That was a phenomenal football game, USC, Utah Pac-12 championship game. So shit. Money spent.
Yeah, just so happens USC doesn't know how to play against Utah, but
yeah, I mean, we can get into that too. We'll
get there. We'll get there.
But this is the I mean, shit post answer there. They sent the scouts to the USC Utah game, not TCU Kansas State. But also, Everett, the Big Ten has apparently received footage of someone, not specifically Stalions, but someone sitting in the seats purchased by Stallion. There's video evidence of a person in those seats with their phone filming the other sidelines for the entire game. Now, I don't know about you, Everett. I don't know about you, but I'd find it very hard to believe that Jim Harbaugh had no knowledge of this when these allegations have dated back to 2021, the season that Michigan finally took down Ohio State. Now, also, apparently, Connor Stalions earns a salary of around $50K a year. And Michigan, well, it has been documented that Stalions purchased tickets and traveled to these games on his own dime. That has been reported. And apparently, this is what Michigan is saying, they have no knowledge. Jim Harbaugh says he has no knowledge that Connor Stalions did this, and he's essentially claiming innocence. Now, Everett, help me out here. Why would a Michigan analyst, an analyst literally employed by the Michigan football team, getting paid $50K a year, fraud alert, great timing. They're excellent. Why would that man willingly spend a lot of his personal money?
It's getting even louder.
Why would that man personally spend a lot of his own money to travel to Big Ten football games on game day when Michigan's playing and decode all of their signs just for fun? I mean, he's not giving it to his team. He's just decoding the signs for fun. He's just doing it for practice. Yeah, Michigan sent him there. Well, what are we saying? Well, how can you possibly read that and be like, yep, he's just going out decoding codes for fun? What are we saying, guys? Obviously, Harbaugh knew this happened. Well, what are we saying? What? Oh, he just wanted to decode signs, practice a little.
That's the one thing I keep forgetting is that when you're watching a game on TV, you don't see the teams signing.
So
you physically have to be there.
So one of the initial, complaints that Michigan fans are saying were like, well, I mean, you just have tape. You have the coach's tape. It's like the coach's tape, Everett. They don't show the sidelines. And also, there's no rule on when a play needs to start filming. So Washington's coaching film, they start the play when the ball is snapped. There's a lot of pre-snap motions that Washington does not show in their coach's tape. They'll cut out the motion and just start when the ball snaps. Now, that's not against the rules. You don't have to show your motion pre-snap. You don't have to do that. But no coach would ever have their sideline filmed in that coach's film. No, that
absolutely
would never happen.
No,
would never
absolutely
happen.
Not.
So, of course, sign stealing is a thing. Okay. Of course it is a thing. Okay. Michigan or Ohio State actually beat Michigan in 2012 because a GA did steal their signs, had them. And in the second half, he was like, hey, Herb, I got their signs. We know their defense.
Yeah, but that's also a little bit different when you're in game and you're like, all right, you have a dude decoding it in game and you're on the same playing field. The other team, Michigan, 100% doing that at the same time. If you're not doing that in game,
you're like, that's not a good coach.
You're at a disadvantage because
that's just, be doing that.
It's a part of the game. Is trying to be like, okay, whenever they call fucking Adam Sandler, it's gonna be a fucking run play to the left or something like that. All right, like it's part of the game. It's part of the game.
No, yeah. So in game, no problem with sign stealing. Okay, Ohio State, like, if anything, we have lost games to Clemson because they pick out our signs. Like, I know that's happened. So like, I'm not angry about that. It is the sending your scouts in person to film the sidelines. That is clearly against the rules. That's actually been outlawed since 1994. Yeah, that's right. I've read up on this.
So what were they doing before 1994?
Well, before 1994, apparently, like all the very rich teams, like SEC, Ohio States of the world, they had the recruit, or they had. Oh my God, Jordan Addison touchdown! Come on, redeem yourself. Redeem yourself, Jordan. Okay, back though. Shit, what was I saying?
Before 1994.
Yeah, okay. Before all those the heavily financially supported schools, they would do this. They would send scouts to games to other teams and they would film the signs and steal it that way. But teams were like, hey, like we literally cannot afford to hire these scouts to do this. Like, it's an unfair advantage. Like, it was a financial thing. It was like the smaller schools did not have the money to get the scouts to do this, whereas the top schools did. It was a fairness thing. But yes, a fairness thing. Michigan has unfairly had additional knowledge of other teams' signs that other teams did not have. Now, I don't necessarily want to turn this into this further debate of the importance of sign stealing and did that even make a difference. I will start off by saying this. Rewatching that Ohio State-Michigan game, there were some plays where Michigan had a perfect offense called for our coverage. However, on two of those long Michigan runs, Ohio State's defense actually had it perfectly counted, and they just out-executed us. So that's why going back, I'm not going to say Ohio State beat Michigan.
You can't make it obvious what's going on. You got to have a little discrepancy in there. You can't be like, they're countering everything we're doing perfectly. What is going on? Come on, you got to. It's a little mind game going on.
I get what you're saying. I will say though that like the narrative that Ohio State was out physical by Michigan, I'm not disputing that one. Not going to dispute that one. Okay. I'm not. However, does that give Michigan crazy advantage? Yes, of course. What are we saying? Obviously, going forward, though, in the future, the one thing that I can hang my hat on is I think we're ready to say it, Everett. This is the last year Harbaugh's coaching college. He's going to the NFL. It's been floating around every offseason for, I don't know, the past decade, but this is the final straw. From cheeseburgers to now this, Harbaugh's done. He's had enough where he's like, all right, the NCAA does not like me.
Yeah, he's seeing the punishments that Roger Goodell's given Bill Belichick for doing this. He's like, oh, I want that.
Yeah, he's like, $10,000 fine. Hell yes.
Give me that.
He's like, take away my 3rd round pick. Sure, go for it, champ.
Do it.
Yeah, fuck. I don't care. We're using that on a fullback anyway. They were just gonna get cut in the season, so whatever. But yeah, let's just say Michigan. I want to go back to your point there, though. 2021. That's when Michigan finally takes down Ohio State and makes it to the playoff for the first time under Harbaugh. Forget getting embarrassed in the playoff. Forget that. Making it to the playoff, they got over the hump. Finally did it. Yeah, they cheated to get there. It all makes sense. We should have known something was up when Cade McNamara made it to the playoff. We should have known something was up.
Noon.
Yeah, noon. No.
Noon.
Holy shit.
Known?
Yes, no, but Cade McNamara was the quarterback of that team.
Yeah, I'm just stuck on you. I'm just stuck on you saying noon.
Okay, gonna wrap up the Michigan section now. I thought you'd be a little more into this, not gonna lie.
You forget I'm also watching my team players. So
the Jordan Addison touchdown really skewed the whole.
It did a little bit. I just like it's difficult for me when like I am a little bit outside of the area of where it's affected. Like, yeah, it affects college football, but I'm not hit as hard with this as you are.
Yes, yeah. Well, let's talk about college football as a whole. And, no confirmation here, but I think this, MLB, they brought in PitchCom after the Astros cheating to eliminate that.
All right, let me do this. Let me do this. So
I cannot wait to hear the audio recordings of Ryan Day telling Kyle, like, holy shit, Kyle, okay, you got Marv wide fucking open. I swear to God, if you...
Here's the thing, and I said it, like, I texted you this, and I'm not going to say who and where I'm hearing these things, but the likelihood that
came up with this idea.
Football,
what do you mean?
Yeah, likelihood that college football gets coach comms with the quarterback is rather high now because of this. The one thing that I will say, and I told you this, is I personally, would it be great for the players? Yeah, it'd be fantastic. But a couple things. One, it's really hard for every college football team to have that because not every college football team can afford that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that is another thing.
That's probably the biggest factor into why it hasn't happened yet. But the other thing is signs are a huge part of what makes college football. Well, yes. Like that's the heart and soul of college football. So
how do you even watch college football on Saturdays without Twitter to see all the signs? Like that, I mean, what's the point of even doing this? Why are we even here without the signs? Like,
so if they can meld it some way where there's signs and coach comms, then you get the perfect mixture. But I need signs in college football. Like I need it.
I'm just like, I've seen countless Ohio State signs where it'll be Patrick Starr in the top left, Barnacle Boy in the top right, DiCaprio pointing me bottom left, and then just a stock image of a plum in the bottom right. And I have no idea what that means. No idea at all. But hey, somebody knows. It's probably a dummy sign, but somebody is.
Well, I can't tell you how it works.
Yeah,
tell you how
you're not saying anything. But I mean, the Michigan guy filming, he's writing that one down. He's like,
apparently he knows how to
Barnacle Boy. All right, all right, Barnacle Dirty Boy play action. I think I found it out. I think like it's just I mean. The signs are hilarious. I always love watching the fourth string quarterback
false start
going
by the
crazy.
49ers, all right?
Yeah, I mean, we'll be
sorry, you forget divided attention.
Yeah. I mean, remember, like when the second you say Niners, now I'm all in. And now I have no idea.
Okay.
It goes both ways, you know?
Yeah, I gotta keep it on the DL. All right.
You forget two people in the Zoom chat. Not the greatest at, staying on top of the ball, but okay.
Not remotely close.
You know what? Ironically, I did not lead with this for my little Ohio State thing, but yeah, Ohio State beat Penn State. I just wanted a reminder to myself in the future that, hey, appreciate these wins, like I've been so focused on Michigan, all this Michigan cheer. I'm all focused on that, but hey, wins are wins. Take them, embrace it, have fun throughout the season. We are over halfway done. I mean, I can't even process that. Like, oh my God.
Well, it is crazy.
College, but
yeah,
it is just nuts to me thinking about.
But just remember, we're over halfway done. It's October right now, but college football still goes until January.
Yes,
that's crazy. That's kind of crazy though.
Month wise, I guess we're actually at
about halfway because it's August
to late August
to January 1st. Technically,
we'll say January 1st. So yeah, hey, it's sad to really think and process, but yeah, big win against Penn State. One thing I just want to say about that game that was really, really impressive to me, Everett. Going into Penn State's last garbage time drive when they were down 14 with 4 minutes left, guess how many yards Penn State's offense had in the second half leading up to that?
75.
Less.
54.
Less.
37.
About 6 times as less. Penn State's offense had 6 offensive yards before the final 4 minutes of the second half.
Oh my God.
Penn State, Everett, until their last drive, was 0 for 15 on third down.
So are you telling me that the 20-12 score was actually a much further game than what it looked like on paper? Because I looked at that and I saw the game 20-12. I saw 2012. I'm like, it was a close game.
It was 2012, but it wasn't like Ohio State went down and scored a touchdown at the end. Ohio State scored a touchdown to go up 20-6 with 4 minutes left, and the game was done. Wow, I was beyond impressed with Ohio State's defense. I was beyond impressed. Starting corner Denzel Burke was out for this game. We brought in true freshman Jermaine Matthews, number 24, to come in. Jermaine Matthews, he did give up a touchdown at the end in garbage time. I got to include that. But 3 catches on 7 targets for 29 yards for a true freshman against a top 10 team in his first ever college football start. Damn
pretty good.
Jermaine Matthews.
Pretty good.
You get the star, you get the stamp of approval. All right. Stamp of approval from me. My other guy, JT Tuimoloau. Holy shit. I was rewatching tape of last year's game to this year's game. JT takes over in the fourth quarter in both of these games. This is one thing that really interested me. Makes no sense. Both Penn State games, last year and this year, very first play of the fourth quarter, Penn State left JT Tuimoloau unblocked on both plays to start the fourth quarter. JT just sprinted directly at the quarterback and sacked him on both plays.
Is he an edge or linebacker? What is the position is he?
D end, I guess you could say edge, but he's a 4-3 D end.
Okay.
He made Olu Fashanu look awful. All right. JT was beating Olu however he wanted. Bull rush, easy. He walked Olu Fashanu into Drew Aller for a sack. Walked him into Drew Aller.
Wow.
What I saw from JT in that game, I was like, holy shit. Scary seeing the potential there. The other side, I was also really impressed with Kenyatta Jackson. Had a true sophomore getting a lot of playing time too, who has 97, the Bosa number. So you know that the Ohio State room has a lot of respect for him. He also performed very well down the stretch, had a sack.
Yeah, except, according to you, one of the Bosa brothers is just not good at football anymore. But yeah,
we're going to get into that. Joey Bosa's dead to me. Oh, is he even out there? Is he even
spirit? In spirit.
I saw Joey Bosa take inside swim moves countless time on 3rd and long. What is Mahomes
All right, we're getting away from the
walks
point, though.
around outside.
We're getting away from the point, though. We gotta get back on
some
back to the
football
Ohio State of the Union,
Joey.
and then we'll get into everything else.
Anything super impressed with the defense. Okay, Penn State was 1 for 16 on 3rd down, 1 for 3 on 4th down. Okay, 2 for 19 on 3rd and 4th critical downs. Holy shit, the Ohio State defense. Oh my God. Wow. I didn't know we had that in us. Did not think we could turn it around in a year like that. But Jim Knowles. I was a year early. But
sounds like something USC couldn't do.
Yeah, we could slightly touch on that really quickly with the USC. So there's rumors floating around. Okay, nothing has been confirmed, but Josh Pate, with Late Kick Josh CBS, he was reporting that he's heard rumors that Lincoln Riley's one foot in, 1 foot out. Okay, he's talking to the NFL right now, seeing what's going on there, and I don't know how legitimate those talks are.
I'm just gonna say, sorry, go ahead. Yeah,
you're good. Okay. Well, I was gonna say, let's just say the rumors are true. Lincoln is looking to leave. Now, let's look at the USC football team right now. Seem a little unfocused, out of the place, unorganized, not really on the same page. Might seem like a team whose coach is trying to leave. I don't know. I don't know.
Here's the deal, though. First things first, very hard for college coaches to do well in the NFL. Like, that's historically been the case outside of like 2 people, 3 people maybe. And to me, while Lincoln is a great offensive minded coach, one, I don't think there's a team in the NFL who is stupid enough to give him a head coaching job right out of the gate. So if you're going to the NFL,
ooh, Chargers are stupid. You underestimate us.
You're going for missed field goal. Let's go. You're going for an offensive coordinator position, which I don't think that Lincoln Riley would want. Now, let's put it this way: if he does get a head coaching spot, who in their it's like Cliff Kingsbury, who in their right mind is going to give a head coaching gig in the NFL to a coach who has not won a playoff game, who has he's not won like a national championship. I don't know. I can't remember if he won a playoff game in Oklahoma or not.
No, it did not.
So he's never won a playoff game as a head coach. He has never. He hasn't made the playoffs with the best quarterback, in quotations, of all time in college football.
True.
He has 2 losses this year already. Technically, 2 losses last year already. Roll motherfucking
well, that is
wave.
that is
right?
true. No, technically for that one, that is true.
Yeah, no, roll wave. Roll wave. But
that's how real men do it. I'll still never forget. Shay's just like, what the fuck was?
I saw him the other day, by the way. Yeah. A little Shay shout out for the OG listeners. But it just makes no sense to me. Why would you ever hire, like, if you're going to hire any coach of a college right now, there's only one man that you would hire out of college. He just so happens to be trying to leave college because there's a cheating scandal going on at the school. But
Jim Harbaugh?
Oh, couldn't be Jim Harbaugh. Yeah, it couldn't be. It couldn't be, man. It just makes no sense.
I'm saying the only reason that Harbaugh is like a safe bet is because he went to the Super Bowl with the Niners.
Yeah, he was a NFL head coach first.
You don't need to doubt that. Well, Stanford first, then Super Bowl. Well, Andrew Luck first, and Richard Sherman.
Yeah. But I've also seen that there's rumors of Lincoln Riley is going to go with Caleb Williams, like their package deal. That screws Lincoln. That screws Caleb Williams over even more, because if it's not I want equity in the team, or I can only go to these 5 teams,
about
and now
bad timing.
Now I also need Lincoln Riley to come with me. Like, dude, I'm just No,
if we're
absolutely
going to talk
not.
about bad timing with a news article coming out of you saying you want stake in a team and then you lose the next week, I mean, talk about bad timing, man. Bad timing. Damn, that is not ideal.
It does interest me that you haven't heard him say anything about it. Hasn't confirmed
So,
it. Hasn't denied it.
I'm always listening to the USC interviews. No one's asked him. No USC interviewers asked him. Well,
they probably are told, like, his agent's probably like, you can't talk about it.
This is something I forgot to bring up. After the loss to Utah, Lincoln Riley did not allow any of his players to speak to the media. It was the first time that USC did not allow their players to speak to the media post-game in over 20 years.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah. Like, I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Okay.
But okay. Well, I'll get my list. Got my list out of the way. Got my rankings. We'll start off team rankings. Already got these up, but we'll start with that. Until further notice, I will not be including Michigan on my rankings. Somebody has to take a stand, damn it. Okay. Somebody has to suspend the cheaters. And if Michigan won't do it, I'll do it. I'll take the stand. So
I hope you include that in the up. Oh, you didn't. You included the cheater part in it, but yeah, okay.
You'll see. But here are the college football rankings after week 8. I did have the cheaters on that one, but after these,
you did
the things today.
Has to be some adjustments, live adjustments.
I didn't know the stuff yesterday when I uploaded it, so that's on me. Okay, that's on me. That's on me, guys. But okay, Ohio State, Georgia, Florida State, Washington, Oklahoma, Texas, Oregon, Penn State, Alabama, and DJ and Oregon State at the 10th spot. Beavers, baby. Beavers.
Yeah, you know what?
I wanted to put Rutgers at number 10 because if Michigan didn't
Rutgers
cheat, they would be 7-1 right now.
Rutgers is having a great season.
Oh, that video of Shiano dancing had me pumped. Okay, Shiano. Oh, my guy right there.
I'm a little surprised by the Oregon State pitching at 10, but I guess it makes sense.
It's a troll pick.
Yeah.
Regardless. Okay, DJ, you get a shout out this week. Okay, you get a shout out. Unlike Clemson losing to.
Oh, sorry. You didn't say that right.
Clemson losing to Miami.
Thank you.
Really, Dabo? Are you kidding me? Dabo Swiney? The hell, bro? What are you doing out here?
Who's the coach from Nebraska again? I can't remember.
Not Scott Frost. Matt Ruley.
Okay, there we go.
I thought Scott Frost though. But okay, yeah. Those are team rankings. On a serious note, I would have the cheaters at number 1 there. They look pretty damn good. But okay, Heisman rankings. This one, shit, guys. I'll be honest. I had probably had more difficulty making this Heisman ranking than any other list.
Yeah, there was a moment where I was actually listed as the 10th overall Heisman candidate. Surprisingly.
Well, you were actually at 8. Thank you for
you were just trying to humble me.
No, not humble you. I was.
I said I'm just trying to be humble. I'm just being humble.
My bad. But Heisman rankings. Yeah, we'll go 1 to 10 because 1's a toss up. So, Michael Penix, big Penix energy. I just had to say that. Michael Penix, JJ McCarthy, Dylan Gabriel, Jaden Daniels, Jordan Travis, Bo Nix, Marvin Harrison, Caleb, Drake May, and Carson Beck. I don't need to say Williams. They all know. That Heisman rankings.
Would we say that this is the worst Heisman year in like the last 8 seasons?
When you say worst, do you mean that whoever wins the Heisman is the worst Heisman winner of recent memory? Because if we're talking about the Heisman race itself, this is probably the best it's been in years. I got no idea.
Yeah, because it's so close. But I'm saying I think the winner, it would be like the worst possible winner over the last couple of years. Most
likely.
I don't know who else would be close.
Caleb before, Smitty the year before, Burrow the year before, Kyler the year before.
Well, okay. To be fair though, those players when they handedly won, their Heisman season, like numbers and statistics were like valued at what like you would expect a Heisman player to have. I'm saying right now, looking at these like Heisman candidates that are like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, they're not putting up like the same numbers, like the same crazy stats or the same like crazy storylines that we've come to expect
I got a
out of the Heisman characters.
Slight explanation for it. Not 100%, but with like we haven't really talked about this much, but the new clock rules, there are less possessions. You cannot put up the same stats as you used to. Like for what is Case Keenum has the record, correct? Sorry, I know I see a big play is going on. Did he house that shit?
Double pass. Double pass. Double pass.
I think I'm a little bit behind you. I just saw a run on 2nd and long for a first down.
Double pass.
Did I just spoil it in my head? What down is it?
I can't see anymore.
Did you get a first down on the last play?
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a flag down.
All right, to be determined.
Okay. Anyways. Okay.
Shit, man. Spike. I mean, we haven't really had time to process it. Let's get to the NFL in a second, but like you boys are up 7-0 right now. Like, holy shit.
You gotta be kidding me. KJ.
Okay, on to the NFL, Everett. On to the NFL. What a week of college football. Holy shit. I was not ready for this. All right, on to the NFL. Okay.
Sorry. I needed a moment.
Now
refs just okay.
Now, Everett, I'm gonna need you to go back in time right now. It's a Thursday night. It's a Thursday night where you, our very own Everett, was at the Superdome where I had a question. You know, I needed to find out 2 things. And you have the answers to both. Now I'll restate the questions. I've heard rumors that Olave does not finish routes, bad body language out there, and he's not being a team player. I'll let you answer that. And also, what was Jameis doing on the sideline? So Everett, the floor is yours.
So first things first with Chris Olave, unlike I'd say 85% of his routes, once he makes like a first cut or something, just completely gives up. It's not like he's like walking, but he turns it from like a sprint to like a brisk jog.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe he's still like out of the cut. Maybe he still has a couple yards on him, on whoever.
I've seen Olave play. He gets out of cuts. When he wants to play, he gets out of cuts.
No, like maybe he still has a couple yards on the defender who he's making the cut against. But once you start jogging, you know, they kind of catch up to you. And that's kind of part of the reason why Derek Carr has had some issues targeting him. So I don't think Chris Olave likes the coaching staff, to be honest. And I don't think he likes the fact
that's the vibe I got.
I don't think he likes the fact that Rashid Shaheed and MT Michael Thomas are getting more targets than him. He's like, dude, I like had 1,000 yards last season.
I'm also going to go out on a limb and say him and Derek Carr might not get along too great. I'm speculating. All right. Got no facts to prove that other than, you know, them talking in the game, yelling at each other. That's all I'm going off of here. But yeah, let's,
TJ Hawkins is hurt. Okay. Now with Jameis,
I see a very animated Kevin O'Connell right now. A very animated Kevin O'Connell.
Not happy. He's not happy with that flag call that got our double pass brought back. I love to see that though. That is what I like to see because the guys, it's okay. It's okay. We might have lost, but you know what? It's okay. I don't like that. I like the fire that I'm seeing right now. But
no Shane Beamer excuses in the post game.
No, with Jameis, I didn't get to see Jameis that much, but there were multiple plays. I texted you one specifically where Jameis, I think he was talking to, was it like Michael Thomas on the sideline?
Well, that's what you told me.
And then I missed that we got a turnover. The Saints got a turnover. I think they got an interception or something like that. Fumble recovery. and I missed Jameis's reaction because I was texting you. So
it's just like I was just looking like it just scrolled by my like Twitter feed, him dancing in the locker room on the crutches. Like he's a national treasure. Like
well, also what it sounds like too, by the way, is a lot of players want Jameis starting over Derek Carr.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
That's what it
I did
sounds
not
like.
know that part. I thought you were going to say a lot of players like having Jameis as a teammate, which I would have been like, yes, but the play
it seems
over
from things I have heard, it sounds like people would rather have Jameis start, like players on the team.
Okay, we'll leave it at that for the Saints talk. Last thing I wanted to ask you, does Calvin Ridley suck?
Well, Marshawn was on him the whole game.
But Lattimore
and keep in mind, yeah, but still for Lattimore, even though this is an out of conference, out of division game, for him and Calvin Ridley, no, this is a divisional matchup for them.
Yes, it is. Holy shit,
so,
you are correct.
Throw it out the window.
You're actually so right. Holy shit.
you can't.
I totally forgot. Lattimore knows everything Ridley does. Okay. You're correct. I actually did not even what great point.
And we know Calvin Ridley wasn't studying up on film all of last year. He's probably on the phone with the dude in prison taking his pics.
Thank you. I was
writing them down.
You're on it today. Someone had their coffee this morning. Somebody did. Other games are that Browns Colts game was ridiculous, but I don't really think that much. The Bills lost.
Surprisingly,
Bills lost to the Patriots. I don't have numbers on this, but I think Bill has a pretty good record against Buffalo at home. I don't know the numbers. But
no, he does, and he has a pretty good record versus all AFC North teams. So
all right. Giants picked up a dub. Falcons last second over Bucks. Ravens. Okay, we got time. Ravens killed the Lions. I did not see that one coming. I did not fathom that one happening. But wow,
Kirk. Sorry, he had Jordan Addison wide open in the end zone, just overthrew it massively.
That's all right. We'll get there. Did you have any thoughts on that Ravens Lions game though?
Sorry, I was a bit distracted.
Understandable.
I had to watch this replay. I honestly don't know if I had much reactions or not. I wasn't watching that game specifically. I was watching Bills Patriots game instead.
38-6.
I think that the one thing that people learned, God, we can't do anything right. The one thing that people learned was Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs actually should be a running RB1, and I don't understand why David Montgomery is getting reps over him.
Hurt a little?
Right now, he's out for like 2 weeks, so Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be like, this is the first game where he ever got like I think like 80. He had 87% snap percentage, 11 rushes, 11 rushes for 68 yards, 6.18 yards per carry. Keep in mind,
game script is so out the roof.
True. But also 10 targets, 9 receptions, 58 yards.
It is knowing that when the Lions gotta pass, Gibbs is on the field, and Gibbs is a main target, and they need to pass.
Which is why I don't really understand why David Montgomery has to be this like massive used running back kind of like Jahmyr Gibbs barely sees the field when David Montgomery's been in the game.
Yeah.
So I understand you want to have some balance, but obviously, clearly, Jahmyr Gibbs can run, and clearly he can pass catch out of the backfield. So what I don't understand is why you're not utilizing him as much.
Feel free to call me out here, but I would say Jahmyr Gibbs is a top 3 pass catching running back in the NFL. Am I stupid for saying that?
I haven't seen him enough to say so, but you've seen him play in Alabama, so I'll take your word for it.
I mean, last year at Alabama, it was the Gibbs one-man army. It was Gibbs. It was Gibbs. That was it. Bryce Young, he was like, oh, pass? Oh, we have Gibbs.
Okay, actually, speaking of Alabama last year, this brings up my point that I was going to say. I saw this the other day. and I completely forgot this was a thing at a point in time. Remember and this relates to this game too, actually. Remember last offseason, last year, where Lamar Jackson didn't want to play for the Ravens. He wanted a contract extension. There was this whole thing about how, Lamar might get traded, like tag and traded, all these things. And the asking price was 2 first-round picks. Nobody traded for him. Okay, nobody traded for him. He ends up staying with the Ravens.
Yeah.
The Panthers traded 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and DJ Moore for Bryce Young. Lamar Jackson was worth 2 first-round picks.
I don't like calling it. I don't like calling things too early because a lot of things have to play out. Whatever. Was that Panthers trade one of the worst trades in NFL history?
Well, Deshaun Watson trade is still on the table, and so is my team's historic trade that made.
We don't need to talk
Cowboys.
about. We don't need to talk about the Browns too much, but that contract's fully guaranteed. That Deshaun contract, he's getting all of that. I think it's $238 million. He's getting all 238 of it. Deshaun might have ruined the future of guaranteed contracts for NFL quarterbacks. He might have ruined it.
Kirk made it happen. Deshaun Watson killed it.
Yeah, like what the Browns did. NFL will never let that happen again. They will never let a team give a quarterback a fully guaranteed ever again.
Absolutely not.
For this reason. Anyway, yeah. Fun times right now. Shout out Jackson, JSN, first touchdown of his NFL career. That's all I got to say about that game. Rams lost to the Steelers somehow. Brett Maher, he had like 4 missed field goals under 50 yards.
So how many times are teams going to give him a shot when he just always misses field goals?
This is the problem. He hits 160-yarder in practice, and they're like, we have to. It's the leg that sells teams. It just sells teams. Actually, this is a fun little debate. Would you rather have a kicker who's 99% 40 yards and fewer, or a kicker who's 85% 65 yards and fewer? What would you rather have? A kicker who cannot make a field goal over 45 yards, but 99% at 45 or under, or the 85% all the time, but can go up to 65?
So you're telling me no matter what, he is always going to miss it. He will always miss a field goal if it's over 45 yards.
Yes.
100%.
He cannot kick a ball 46 yards.
So here's the deal. If you were a good enough team where you could get there, all right, I would obviously go with the 45-yard kicker. But the issue is if I'm in a clutch, like let's say I'm in the Super Bowl, right? And there's 5 seconds left and I'm on the 46-yard line. I can't kick it.
Add 17. So you're going to be on around.
I'm on the 30. I'm on the 30. What would it be the 31-yard line?
Around the 27 for a 45er.
Isn't it? I thought it was 15.
17.
So okay. So I'm on the 20. What? The 29.
7.
So that would be 44.
Okay. 28.
29. 28. Whatever.
46.
I'm kicking a 46-yard field goal. Okay, that's the point here. I'm kicking 46-yard field goal, okay? I have 5 seconds left. I have to kick a 46-yard field goal. I can't.
You can't.
I'd have to throw a Hail Mary because for the Super Bowl, right? I have to score a touchdown. So, I mean, I'd have to take the kicker that's 85% and kick from 65. But
I don't think
theoretically, no, because if it comes down to make or break, like if you're gonna lose the game and you're on the 46, if you don't make a field goal, like it's a 3-point game, 2-point game, whatever, and you're on the 46-yard line, you could kick a field goal to win, but your kicker doesn't have the leg and you have to throw a Hail Mary. I don't really think you have a choice. I think you have to go with the kicker that can kick it from further.
I get that, but this is where I'm going off of. If you know that your kicker's 99% 45 and in, 28 is your line to gain. So when you are dialing up your last play for field goal range, you know that's your line. And so it changes everything. The approach, the 2-minute drive, where you need to get the ball. I think I'd take 45, 99%. knowing that, now remember, I'm very brainwashed from the Georgia game. So my opinion's very skewed. But I'll take the guarantee knowing that I need to get there.
See,
I know I
want to agree with you, but my concern is fully just if it's like it's a make or break game, like it's a win or go home. I have 4 seconds left. I'm on the 46-yard line and I have to throw a Hail Mary for that or something like that. Like it's the critical downage problem that I have. And unless I can trot like Justin Reed out there to go kick my field goals as like my backup kicker. But
the Chiefs do that. So he gets at least 2 games a year where he's kicking. Like it's kind of funny at this point. Like Harrison Butker, got the injury bug. All right.
Yeah, he did catch that a little bit at the. Was it last year? It's been in like the last 2 years.
Been the last since Justin Reed's been kicking for them. It's been going on for a little bit now. But yeah. Interesting developments. Do you want me to talk about Chargers again?
Do you want to talk about the Chargers?
I don't want to. Do you want me to? Because I'll do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
All right, let me start.
You start rambling about that. I need to go close this door real quick.
Let me start off by saying this when it comes to the Chargers Chiefs. Fuck, I want you here for this. I'll wait to say that part. Go quick. I want to start off by saying this, Chargers Chiefs. That game put me through a mental pretzel going from Ohio State, Penn State to Chargers Chiefs. Like Ohio State, Penn State, neither team can move the ball. It was like first team to 20-point scores for that game. And I believe at around 5 minutes left in the first half, there was like 400 combined yards of offense. It made absolutely no sense. I was just saying, like, compared to the Ohio State Penn State game where no one could get a first down to the Chargers Chiefs game where no one could get off the field, it was a complete 180 football. I was like, I have no idea what is going on right now. Like, holy shit. But in terms of the game itself, like, I've got some slight problems. But first, the fun part. Everett, how the fuck can you expect Brandon Staley to prepare for a Chiefs offense when Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift have a handshake? I saw footage of Taylor Swift high-fiving Jackson Mahomes, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 straight times. You don't do that unless you actually are friendly with us. Like, that's not for show.
You don't do that with Jackson Mahomes. 1 high five is for show. You don't do that with Jackson Mahomes in general.
Yeah, yes. But anyone, regardless who, but Jackson Mahomes especially, 5 straight high fives. Like, Taylor Swift likes Jackson Mahomes. I can, like, there's no way she'd just do that for the show. No.
Yeah, you were also kind of hoodwinked a little bit because you were expecting there to be no Taylor Swift before the game started.
I was under the impression that Taylor would not be making this one. And in a way that scared me a little bit, I somehow thought, like, maybe Kelsey can finally play, like, free and he can, like, really go off. But, well, the numbers have proven he's much better with Taylor Swift in attendance than the other games. However, that was the fun part. After the first half, let's just say Chargers defense, we could not get off the field to save our lives. Okay. In the post-game presser, Brandon Staley was asked about his lack of man in the first half. We ran a lot of zone. We were sitting back, and every single time that first half, the Chiefs receivers would see us sitting in zone, and they just run a little button right in front of our guys, just free first downs the whole first half. Now after the game, Daniel Popper, my guy with The Athletic, asked Brandon Staley, what did you think about your decision to call more zone than man in the first half, and how in the second half you adjusted to man, had a much better defensive approach in shutting down Mahomes? And Brandon Staley responded, we ran a lot of man, primarily man in the first half. That's what Brandon Staley said. When the players were asked about the first half, every single player said, we ran way too much zone. We have to run more man. But Brandon Staley said, we ran like only man. We didn't run any zone the first half.
Typical coaching answer.
Yeah. I I saw a rumor. I don't think it's true, but saw a rumor that Herbert's purposely playing like ass to get Staley fired, which is fun to think about. But I'll be honest, I don't know what's up. Herbert,
I asked you this. I asked
like,
you, okay, is
so
Brandon
weird.
Staley getting fired? I think
At
that
the
you
end
have
of the
to
year.
at this point.
But I just don't think
and
mid-season.
you said yeah, but I for Justin Herbert's sake, he needs to get fired.
Should have been last year.
I just
and the year
also
before.
There's just so many things wrong with this team, with that team.
So many things.
And I think that
So
we were
many
talking
problems.
about the trade deadline is coming up soon, isn't it?
Week
Right?
9.
It's like
I actually
2
think
weeks.
it's week 8 this week. I think
Yeah,
week
it's
9
like
is when
in
it
like a week and a
ends.
half. Yeah. So I mean, if I'm the Chargers, I'm trying to trade away Austin Eckler.
I'm not
I'm
lying
trying to trade
when
away.
I say every single person on the team that isn't number 10 or number 70 is on the block. Every single player.
Number 70.
Rashawn Slater.
Oh, okay.
Him and Herbert are the only ones where we can't get rid of them. Like, we just don't have a replacement.
I honestly, let's say hypothetically, there's two players you could trade, 2 players on the team.
That I do right now.
But let's just say at the deadline, you're going to trade 2 players away. All right,
Yeah.
you don't trade anymore. You don't trade unless you're going to trade 2 players.
Only 2.
If I'm the Chargers, 2 players right now, I am trying to 100% trade for value. First is Derwin James, surprise pick, but
options.
probably worth a lot.
He's been
the second
this year.
Second is probably Joey
Bosa. Yep.
Because he's also worth a lot. If running backs were important to teams, I would say Austin Eckler. And I still think Austin Eckler should be the first player you try to move on from because he's not going to re-sign after this season.
Yeah.
But
it is just thinking, though, like, if I could only have 2, like, we're not going to get as much value out of Eckler on a 1 year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, but if I'm I don't know the Chargers GM name, but if I'm a Chargers GM, I'm trading Austin Eckler, Derwin James, Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack. Actually, I don't know what Khalil Mack's contract's like, but
I believe this is last year with the team, but still, I'll take a 6th. Like, this
I'd probably
sucks.
keep Khalil Mack then. And I'd probably trade away. You can't trade Mike Williams because he's injured, and you can't trade Keenan because he's having a really good season.
No.
But I would.
Yes.
Trade.
This is the sell. This is our sell window, Everett. Sell high.
If you trade him to the Eagles, I will actively come after you in that episode.
Like, if we're talking like a fun little team, now this makes no sense. Would not happen, but God, I'd love if you went to the Texans, help out CJ.
Yeah, the only issue is the Texans.
It would not happen.
Texans would have to give up like a second, third round pick.
Would not happen.
And Keenan Allen's like 31.
Yeah, I'm just what would be cool to be Keenan's quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just having fun.
Okay, first thing, other games, by the way.
Dolphins, Eagles.
Rams got absolutely robbed by the refs. Dolphins, Eagles. Dolphins got absolutely violated by the refs. Refs just didn't call things for against the Eagles. They actually didn't call anything against the Eagles in that game. 0 penalties, zero. And
really?
The Dolphins had 10. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of that ever.
There were multiple people were like going through all the footage and everything. So many holding calls, so many face masks, so many like defensive pass interference. None of them called against the Eagles. And the reffing crew, I think the head ref for that reffing crew, that crew got banned from the ACC championship game for unethical refereeing.
Wait, NCAA ACC championship?
Yes.
For how they get promoted refereeing to the NFL?
Ask Roger Goodell. Well, actually, he likes his unethical referees.
Yeah, anything. That's how he wants them. He wants them to do whatever he says.
I would also throw in something about Blueface, but you guys can look that up for yourselves.
Rogers, take notes. Like, let's get the fans. Let's get the fans in the stands. All right.
But yeah, absolute violation by the referees this week. And you were talking about Packers Broncos. Was that the game that you were talking about? No, Dolphins Eagles. Eagles.
Yeah.
You said this before, and we'll probably need to get through this kind of quickly.
Yeah, we're wrapping.
But you said this before that you thought the Eagles were going to kind of handily win against the Dolphins? I said
Yeah, I had
no.
a weird feeling right before the game where I was like,
I guess technically they did, but having the refs be an extra 5 men on the field for you is a little different, but we'll give it. I still think the Dolphins are I like if I was still doing the power rankings right now, I guess I would have to have the Dolphins below the Eagles, but
yeah, I mean,
I still
you
think
can't
the
have them
Dolphins
over
are
the Eagles.
I still think the Dolphins are the better team. Give or take. Also, keep in mind that this Dolphins team is without Jalen Ramsey, who would have been on AJ Brown, and he'll come back and said it was burnt toast man, Eli Apple. That makes some problems. But
Hey, all I'm
yeah,
saying, Chase Claypool, wherever he goes,
we'll have
the Bears
to
are
have
2-1 post Claypool. Okay, 2-1.
We'll have to have a. I don't know why the Dolphins traded for him. That was so stupid. Just cut him.
It was for nothing. So,
make him a tight end or something. They need a tight end.
that'd be the funniest shit ever.
49ers touchdown. But I will have to talk about the Vikings next episode because we're in game. But the only thing I have two lists, and then I have one last thing that I want to talk about that's not football related.
Okay.
Okay, 2 in-season wish lists. Packers and Patriots, the two P's, all right?
There better be something about the lighthouse and the Patriots thing.
I don't have anything about the lighthouse. I don't know what I would say.
It's a missed opportunity, but
I don't know what I would say about the lighthouse.
It's all good. It's all good.
Packers. Hope Jordan Love fixes his decision-making. Hopefully trade for a true wide receiver one. Christian Watson sucks. Hope Aaron Jones gets healthy. Hope the defense stops playing soft coverage. Hopefully bench Rasheed Walker and hopefully call less screen passes. For the Patriots, give Mac Jones more time in the pocket. Make Kendrick Bourne a larger part of the game. Give Malik Cunningham a shot if Mac keeps sucking. Get turnovers on defense and improve third down play calling on offense.
Anything about maybe don't re-sign Belichick after the season? Aren't there rumors floating around? They're trying to give him a crazy deal.
This is like an in-season wish list.
I
was thinking about it. I was like,
that's offseason. You're right.
Yeah, that's like, but I was thinking about having that on hopefully Bill Belichick resigns.
That was really interesting to hear that come out after their start. It was now there's I was like, what?
Well, Robert Kraft hasn't defended or supported it, but okay. The last thing I just wanted to say,
they don't like each other, but
the last thing I wanted to say, Jake Paul has agreed to fight Nate Diaz in the MMA.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, actually?
I sent this to you earlier today.
Wait, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I did not even think that was I didn't. It's not Jake UFC, Paul,
right? It's MMA for the record. All right. Jake Paul is the only side of this that's accepted it. Nate Diaz has not. Okay. But they both received an offer from PFL MMA to rematch in MMA and the Smart Cage. Jake Paul has accepted it. I don't believe Nate Diaz has, and it doesn't sound like he's going to. But it is possible.
Okay.
So, anyways, with that, thank you guys so much for watching, listening, rate us 5 stars. You can find us on Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and on Instagram at WaterboyPod. Make sure to give us a nice little notification ring of the bell so you don't miss any episodes on Tuesday, Thursday when we upload them. We upload them on YouTube and all podcast platforms. You don't want to miss a single episode. We post new TikToks every Tuesday to Sunday. Don't want to miss any of those. New graphics twice per week. Don't want to miss that. Make sure to follow me and Grant on Twitter at Everett6 and at WaterboyGrant. And we will see you guys in the next episode. Waterboys out.